my favorite thing.
I know, like catch me off guard. It feels like we're playing one of those like word association games where I'm just like supposed to answer the first thing that comes to my mind. Something like that.
Episode 263. I caught Sarah off guard.
Yeah.
That's when we get our best stuff, though, is when you're not like
That's
even...
why I use the word association thing, because they're like, sometimes when you catch people off guard is, you know.
Some of your best work.
Yeah.
How are you?
I am doing real well.
You mentioned your mom's doggy died, though. I'm sorry to hear that.
Shout out to my mom. And
That dog had a tough life.
You know, but my mom made it really good for
Yeah.
a long time. She was, you know what my mom also kind of discovered through this is, or was able to put the pieces together about, is the dog had eyesight problems. And it kind of made sense.
Well, did the driver of the car that hit him?
I don't know.
Because that's terrible.
Yeah, but just she ran off at nighttime, and she's really scared. She gets very scared at night, and that now it kind of explains why. And you know, now that my mom looks at it, but it was real sad, and so I just send my love. And
yeah, me too. Gosh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, we'll try to keep things light. Maybe she'll listen and feel soothed by the voices of angels.
Speaking of pets, my friend Brooke, shout out to Brooke, the one who brought us the lime margarita story.
Yeah.
She shared with me a funny experience that she's having. She adopted a new cat that is a long-haired cat.
Yeah.
She did not know that there are different grooming things that you have to do for long-haired cats. And she's like, I basically have to give my cat a bikini wax.
What?
Yeah.
That cannot be
I mean, it's not
true.
waxing, but she's like, gotta go, like, she gotta trim the kitty's kitty.
What?
For real.
With a what?
Scissors and, like, get all up in there. And, like,
Or what happens?
or doo-doo all over the place. She's like, I learned the hard way what happens.
Just
And
BM everywhere.
And like with the big furry tail, just dragging it across, you know, she's like, the
Stop.
cat's getting adjusted to a new diet, and it was like a real thing. And she's like, this is like a secret world of groomers that I didn't know about, nobody ever talks about.
Does she have regrets?
She said it's been an adjustment period, but I'll ask her.
That is terrible.
Yeah. That you gotta like
I
lift
have
the tail.
never heard of that.
Neither had I. I was like, this is a real thing. And then so I like Google some very odd combinations of words.
Like what?
Like, because you have to be very specific. You can't type in kitty. You can't type in, it's got to be like cat grooming hind area. I was like trying to find, I'm like, what do you call it?
What were you doing,
Rear
though?
end? Because I wanted to see, like, I was like, is this a real thing? And it is. And so there are a bunch of YouTube videos of like people shaving their cats' butts and
Do you
how
think
this is a
it's
whole
like,
grooming
oh,
thing.
Christ on a crap. You might have heard an abrupt reaction, and that was because my husband scared the bejesus out of me.
Yep.
He snuck up on us in here talking about cat doo-doo or whatever.
Anytime I can get a good old Holy Christ and a cracker, though, I'm happy. I'm a happy lady.
Sarah's internet's broken, though.
Yeah, it
She's
is.
sad about it.
Anywho, I guess I won't be able to reference my cat butt grooming articles.
What a loss.
Yeah, it's a real thing, though.
What is making her happy, though, is how the FabFitFun Fall Editors box is here. It's the seasonal subscription box delivered 4 times a year. It has full-size fashion, beauty, home, fitness, and wellness products in it for $49.99 a box. And it's always packed full of fun stuff. This time, in every box, there's the Ahava mineral hand cream. I use that every night at bedtime.
I keep that in the clinic, and I share it with all the girls when they have dry hands.
Oh, that's very generous.
Guys
There's
can use it too, whatever.
Glam Glow bubble sheet mask. People love those. And then you might get a peel or a
Brush set?
detox bath. Yep, brush set.
Some tea towels.
No
Ooh.
samples. It's such a great value because you get full-size stuff, and the total retail value of the box is over $275. Sign up for FabFitFun today to get your Fall Editors box. The FabFitFun Fall Editors box is in limited supply, and they always sell out. Use our code BRAINCANDY to get $10 off your first box. Go to fabfitfun.com to sign up and start getting the box for a life well lived. Use promo code BRAINCANDY to get $10 off your first box. That's over $200 for only $39.99. Go to fabfitfun.com and use our code BRAINCANDY to get $10 off your FabFitFun box.
Just do it.
Just do it. Anyway, what else do you want to talk about? I got stuff if you're not, feeling anything.
I have something to complain about. I would like to. Have I mentioned how the place I hate the most in the whole entire universe is the car wash?
No.
Oh, There is no place that creates more anxiety for me than the car wash.
Okay.
None.
All right.
First of all, I don't get my car washed very often because I like to, save water, and like I feel like it's like, why bother?
Unnecessary.
But so I take it in, and I guess you can say I have high standards of what is and isn't clean.
I didn't think you were going to say that.
But I'm pretty sure that it's universally understood that dog hair all over the seat is not clean.
Okay.
I took my car to the car wash like I always do, and they vacuum it like they always do, and they come around and they tell me they're done like they always do. And then I go over there, and it's like, nobody clean. And I specify, I'll pay extra for interior, like make sure it's vacuumed well. Like charge me the extra for the, like, so make sure that it's
the
clean.
Deluxe.
The deluxe clean on the interior. Mm-hmm. No, not clean at all. So then I'll like go around and like point to the spots, and the guys, like not even like frustrated that I'm, telling him like where is still dirty. So after a while, I'm just like, you know what? I'll just do it because they look so upset with me that how dare I ask for my car to really be like, clean. And like whole sections are like missed. And this happens every single time I go. It's like they don't think I care or something, or maybe other people don't care. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I take the rag.
Maybe.
And I'm like doing the thing. And then the stupid dickhead in the car behind me, who's already gotten his car, like, they wave the rag, and I guess he doesn't care if it's dirty, like, still. He's like, can we just go? Can we just go already here? I need somebody to move the car so I can get out. Like, he's so important. And then, so I'm, like, cleaning the car, and the manager of the place comes up to me. And he's like, ma'am, can we help you with something? I'm like, no. I mean, I originally, yes.
Daylight in a dollar short on that one.
Yeah, you were supposed to do that. No, and then they give me like the hardest time. They're all looking at me like I'm a total bitch for like wanting to do it myself. I maybe took 2 minutes to do this. It wasn't like I made a scene. I was just like, it's no big deal. I'll just clean.
Operating the vacuum at this point, right?
Oh, this was with the rag and the cloth. Like, you know how like it goes through.
Where was the dog hair?
Well,
because you have leather interior.
Leather interior.
I see. Okay.
I go through the car wash, it comes out, they do all the clean.
Yeah.
And then they like wave the little rag, and then we go over there and, you get the car. And then like it wasn't clean there. So then I drove around and I drove back through the vacuum place. And I was like, oh, I'm only done in this section. I'm not done at the car wash yet. And I drove back around, and like they again like tried to help me. I'm like, no, I got it. And I vacuumed my car seats until they were clean and they were done.
You really do have high standards.
I mean, if I took a picture of you'd be like, this is not acceptable. Mm-hmm. And then I opened my trunk, and they didn't even bother to touch the trunk. And I told Landon, he's like, oh, yeah, that's extra. I'm like, extra?
Oh.
I didn't know that. I have to pay for each fucking row?
Do you have mats in the back like I do? You know those things?
Like in the trunk?
Yeah.
Not in the trunk.
You should get it. It's great.
Wait, do I? No, I don't. I need that.
Yeah, because then it's lickety-split.
I guess now that I've said it, invented, I'm not that mad. I'm over it. I just really wish that Landon would just take over and go to the car wash, because I'm always frustrated when I leave.
Does he refuse, or?
No, maybe I just need to ask.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You're not shy with the car wash, guys.
Right, that's true. There was one point in time where Landon and I did have the conversation where I said, look, I hate doing all car stuff. Will you just handle the car stuff? And he's like, yes, happily. I'll get the car, washed. I'll get the oil changed. And usually in the past he's done it, but maybe we've both been busy recently, but he seemed to have forgotten about that oath he made.
Oh,
My new tires too, if you're listening, honey.
I was thinking about how I was complaining about the football anthems and how they're all...
Yeah.
And I was reflecting on that, and I would like to file a complaint because I feel like you didn't rally enough with me about that.
Oh.
Is it because you didn't feel like this was a valid argument? Because they had no female singers, it bothered me.
Yeah.
If you missed that episode.
No, I was there.
I meant the listeners. What do you think? It's just not that big of a deal?
I wonder if maybe, it's kind of part of those. Oh God, it gets messy the more I think about it. Like the females writing songs, so like who are we mad at here?
I'm mad that in in the sports world.
Yeah.
That clearly they think that to listen to a female song anthem would be like
Okay, right. And you did say that there are female songs that
I
do
think
that.
Roar by Katy Perry or I Love Rock and Roll, put another dime
I
in
will
the
say,
jukebox.
I went to the practice for the,
Oh boy.
what is it called? The All-Star, not All-Star game. It's the,
Here we go.
it's something like that. Mm-hmm. Like some game where it's like the All-Star game but for football. What the fuck is that called?
Pro Bowl?
The Pro Bowl. God. I went to the Pro Bowl and I watched the practice. And they all were practicing to Call Me Maybe.
See? That's what
they were super
that's
into
what
it.
I want. I want more of that.
Yeah.
At the
And they all
Chadwick
dance to
School
it,
in
so-
Palos Verdes.
Yeah. We just need a viral song. Like,
There are plenty, Sarah. Jeez Louise.
but I'm like, so maybe are we mad at like the
What I'm
people who
mad
are
at-
the media people who are running the PA system at
Absolutely
the game?
not. This wasn't practice. They're practicing, and so it's like the coach or whoever. But who I'm mad at are basically any male group of people from fraternities to sports teams, anywhere where there is no civilizing force to prevent them from fucking raping everybody. And
This is true.
maybe if they listen to little Katy Perry.
They might
I have
cool
what
them down.
doctors call anger displacement.
Yeah.
Anyway, I read an article about the food we eat at the movies, and I know that you're a big fan of like the movie experience, and I wanted to talk to you about it.
Did we talk about how people are becoming too comfortable at the movies?
We may have, because
Okay,
I
or-
would agree with that.
Well, I think I actually heard this on NPR,
Okay,
where
well,
they
I'm
were
on
saying
board.
that people who work in the movie theaters are saying that they come in things like their pajamas and with blankets, and now, oh my gosh, people are they brought the weirdest things. One woman brought her monkey
Nope.
in with her, and that people are acting like it's their home.
Yep.
You know, and
just
it's
like
the same
airplanes.
experience. Oh my God, you are so right.
It's
so movie
gross.
theater people are going like, this is really weird that you guys think that it's okay to like bring. And I saw that. I saw people bring in blankets when I went to the movie theater last time. I mean, it's cold in there, but get a jacket.
If you are, if you're going to be in your pajamas and having your comforter, at least just go home and get in your Brooklyn and sheets.
Yeah, curl up in those.
And then save that.
Yeah, watch something on TiVo and call it a day.
Brooklyn and sheets are the best sheets ever. They won the best of online bedding category for good housekeeping. We talk about them all the time because they really are soft, durable. They have tons of different patterns. They're high quality, but you don't have to pay an arm and a leg, which is crucial to me. So like you can get those hotel style sheets, but skip the middleman and you get them at a really good price. And it's the old fashioned spirit, but they've modernized it. That's what I'm saying. And that's why Brooklyn and sheets are the best. They're the most comfortable sheets I've ever slept on. Brooklinen.com is giving an exclusive offer for our listeners. Get $20 off and free shipping when you use promo code BRAIN at brooklinen.com. Brooklinen is so sure you'll love your sheets that they offer a risk-free 60-night satisfaction guarantee and a lifetime warranty on all their sheets and comforters. The only way to get $20 off and a free shipping is to use promo code BRAIN at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Promo code BRAIN. They're the best sheets ever.
What's this article say?
Well, that's the thing. Now I have this policy where I'm purposefully...
Doing it right in the middle of the story.
Yeah.
It's like one person. And
That's what you get, Rhonda.
Yep. Is Rhonda the new Linda?
She is for me. Because at least I can understand Linda's point.
Linda will always be Linda.
The article was just talking about how theaters are, evolving, and you've experienced that sort of dinner situation. I've
my
never
God.
gone to that.
The funniest part is you'll open the menu and in the front flap, it says "Join us for brunch."
For real.
For real, I will take a picture of it. I will go to the movies again just so I can take this picture.
Again, you're such a
welcome.
giver.
Such a giver. And it says like "Join us for brunch," and I'm like, what about that? Is it just breakfast that happens after 9:30? Is that what classifies it as brunch.
Well,
it's not
also,
offering anything.
Yeah, it is, because it has lunch options, too. It's both
items.
items.
Oh, my God. Breakfast, lunch. You're right. Okay.
Wait, you just found out that
Yeah, I
brunch
did.
is a combine of the words brunch, or breakfast and lunch.
I did know that, but I didn't really put it together in my mind or anywhere, I guess. That lunch things were also offered. This just in, brunch is breakfast and lunch, guys. Am I blowing minds?
Sarah, the last person to find out.
You know what it is? This only further proves something that I said on a previous episode where brunch or breakfast really is my favorite meal of the day, because I didn't even look at the next page of the brunch menu to learn that lunch items were offered.
You're like, paninis, who needs that?
Never even seen that flap of the menu. Never. I just figured, a buffet. Like you could make a brunch, you could make it a lunch thing.
This is so funny to me.
I wish I were joking.
At any rate, they have it at your theater, so you could try it out. Well, the Vox article that I read was talking about how early in the 20th century, the movie theaters that came about, the ones that sold food were seen as like lowbrow. Like popcorn or whatever. They were like for the minions. And then the ones that didn't have that were the higher art ones. But the ones that survived the Depression were the ones with snacks, because they make so much money on the overhead or whatever for, like, if you buy a ticket, the profit margin is lower than if you buy a soda or a snack.
Yeah, you're telling me.
We know.
So I'm paying $7
for Juju Beast.
And then the most annoying thing. I always make the mistake I always forget the sizes at the breakdown at the movie theaters. Oh. The small popcorn, I'm like, small, that's all I need. Then the large is like $1, or no, the medium's like $1 more, maybe 50 cents more for 3 times the size. And I always make that mistake, and I order the small, and then it comes out. It might as well be in like, I don't know, like a Ziploc baggie for all it matters. It's like nothing. There's no...
The small?
The small is like no popcorn at the movie theater that we go to. Yeah. And then the medium is like a tub. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I want. It's probably more than I want. But I just feel like for $1 to get 3 times
Boy, they really
amount,
roped you in, sucker.
And then I've been there and ordered the small with Landon. We've eaten the whole thing.
Wow,
and then been
I've
like, you know what? We need another one. It's a small. I'm telling you, for some, maybe it's just our movie theater. The small is so small. It's like those little, like treat bags that you get at the end of a kid's birthday party. It's that.
I've never in my life gotten to the bottom of a bag of movie popcorn.
Well, you are missing the best part.
And
of
I get the
popcorn,
children's combo.
Okay,
but mine must be bigger, is what I'm saying.
Or your mouth is smaller.
No, I don't think so.
I am eating.
You're a big fan.
As close to my body weight as I can in this stuff.
You love it.
I love popcorn at a movie theater.
Interesting.
I love popcorn because I feel like I can eat so much of it, and it's like no calories.
You're right, because you don't get butter on it like a crazy person.
No, it's the best. Ugh, in fact, I hate movie popcorn butter. Ugh.
Honestly, if you said to me, Suze, do you want popcorn with no butter and salt, or do you want cardboard?
Well,
I would have a hard
person.
time.
I'm getting salt.
All right. Well, at least you have that going for you.
Yeah.
But
that's usually where I stock up on my packets.
Good. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
They've described this one theater in New York that what?
I'm just laughing about how you would I could absolutely see you going, no, thank you, to that popcorn, and how that is so different than what I'm like. I'll take it off.
I would never waste calories on that. Oh, man. No way. I mean, I'd eat a McDonald's or something. But
see, I'd never do that.
Right. We have different things.
Right, we do.
Anyway, they have this one theater in New York that attached to it is a restaurant that's Michelin starred.
Whoa!
Like for real yummy stuff. Yeah. So like what they were
operating right now?
Yeah. They were saying that these movie theaters are like going all out.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing now.
Yeah. I did go to one in San Francisco. I think it's called the Kabuki Theater in San Francisco. It is so nice. Oh my gosh, I even remember the movie I saw there, Helvetica. It was that great of an experience that I remember the theater and the movie because it was like my first time having one of those, like a bar in the lobby, and they're all like fancy schmancy, and I love it.
Right. I need to experience that.
Oh my gosh, let's go see a movie.
Like, this show has really taught me how little I didn't have a pumpkin spice latte.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Now I haven't had one of these, what do you call them, luxury theater experiences?
Yeah, you definitely need
I
to
mean,
get through
isn't
that.
the menu usually, though, like quesadillas or something?
One of the funniest things, and they even have this in the, you know how they always do like a commercial for the movie theater
Yeah.
that you're at in the beginning?
Yeah.
So they're like doing a commercial for this theater, and it's this couple, and they're ordering, and he's like, oh, I'll take the hamburger. And she goes, I'll have the lobster roll. And Landon and I always crack up, and we're like, I'll have the lobster roll. It's like, who's ordering lobster at a movie theater? What is this? Not freshly caught. The guy's out in the back. The 15-year-old with acne is not back there serving up, like cracking open a fresh lobster, boiling him in the back. Are you kidding me?
What do you get?
Popcorn.
That's it? You don't order any of the fancy meal? Oh.
We've actually never ordered.
Okay.
And
I didn't know
think, you
that
know what,
about
Landon
you.
once ordered maybe nachos, but that's like classic movie theater stuff anyway. Well, not, whatevs. But... And you know what? I'm so freaking cheap that I don't even order candy at the movie theater. I make a stop at CVS on the way there and buy it and then sneak it into my bag with my bag.
I truly do support that.
I mean,
Who are they kidding?
yeah. And sometimes when I'm on like health kicks, I'll bring in like a bag of grapes.
Oh, God. Well, I don't get on those health kicks, but if I did, I mean, I probably would need fewer ritual vitamins because, I'd be like totally
Getting all your
healthy
nutrients and
all
everything,
the time.
and-
Yeah. But the truth is that 95% of women don't get the vitamins and minerals they need on a daily basis, including me. And so that's why I take ritual vitamins. They are great. Here's why. They taste like peppermint because they have an essential oil in them. They're time released, so you don't get sick when you swallow them, which always happens to me. And then they have the specific vitamins and minerals that women lack. They do benefit your hair, skin, and nails, but really they fill in the gaps of your diet. And things like vitamin D that people, especially in the wintertime, they're not getting enough sunshine.
Yep.
It's subscription-based, so there's no gaps. It arrives at your door when you need it. And you can snooze it if you have extra, or if you want to cancel anytime. Happiness guaranteed. And all you have to do is go to ritual.com/braincandy, choose clean ingredients backed by science. Sign up now at ritual.com/braincandy.
I never have been so consistent taking anything.
Me neither.
I've gone 3 months now where it arrives.
feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling.
Not like I don't have to remember. I just know to do it.
This talk about snacks, though, it reminds me of this funny story where, have you ever seen those subscription boxes for snacks called Graze?
Yes, I have.
I had them one time. Did you ever have them?
No, because you're the one who told me don't bother.
Right, that's why I had them one time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you
I wasn't
gave
impressed.
half of the stuff in the box to me. So you're like, I don't even like this stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't for me. Well,
Yeah.
this woman had a subscription, and she got hers and opened it up, and inside it was some marijuana.
No.
Was pot. Yes.
Like intentionally or accidentally, or what happened, or was
Well,
this?
first she called. I think her first
That's like the
move
best
was to call the police, which
What?
is really
Oh,
overreacted.
for goodness sakes! What state was this in?
I don't know.
Okay.
But she then, I guess, talked to the company, and the company has surveillance cameras, so they can look and see the box when it was
Yeah.
put to.
What?
What?
in holy heck! That sounded like
Was
a
that
slinky accident.
Adam?
Oh!
That's even better.
It's okay.
That's fine, as long as it wasn't Adam. That was Teresa, our
there was a funny noise in the
beloved
background.
Teresa. That makes me laugh.
Yeah.
She's like, that was me. I'm
like,
sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, wait. I'm totally keeping that in because it's hilarious.
you absolutely should. It's great.
God bless her. I love her so much. Okay. So anyway, then she called Graze, and they have the cameras, so they were able to watch the footage of the box being packed, and said there was no marijuana at that time, but somebody must have put it in like along the delivery process.
Ooh. Okay, I have a theory.
Yeah.
Well, let's try to come up with
That's the only
possible.
thing I got, unless she planted it. You know what I mean? How some people do
like,
that.
Why would like to draw to
Like lawsuit. You know how they do that with like mouse heads and stuff?
Oh my God. Yeah, but like that's
But to me, the funny part is like if anyone needs snacks, it's somebody on pot.
Oh, good
It's
point.
like the perfect combo.
Yeah.
That they should create that kind of box subscription. Sarah's like got business plans.
Yeah.
She has like a thought bubble right now above her head.
I'm trying to think if like, there was a joke that some comedian did a long time ago where he said like the UPS driver is like the best drug dealer and he doesn't even know it. How like,
oh my God.
So I wonder if maybe somebody along like the postal route or delivery route has a second job. And this was a box that maybe was supposed to go to somebody else, or maybe like the cops were coming and they hid it in this, but it was inside the box.
Yeah, and the way
like, did she have to undo the packaging?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what's weird. Is like the way it was described was the only way this could have happened would have been at the factory, but they have footage and it was not the case.
She planted herself. That lady, you know what? I bet she has personality disorder, and this is all part of her borderline insanity that she's roping everybody into.
You think so?
Well, I don't know. This seems like a very bizarre, like
unless
attention.
it really happened, why would you call the police on yourself though?
Because she's not calling the police on herself. She's calling the police to draw attention to something that
she claims to be the victim of.
Yeah, and
Sarah's not falling for that crap.
Victim or
mastermind.
What's the what's something where like you get like the recipient of like I would be like, you're welcome.
Yes.
Or like thank you so much. That what like bank error in my favor.
To be honest with you, if I saw that in my Graze box or any other piece of mail, I wouldn't even know what it looked. I don't know what pot looks like in it.
Oh, yes, you do. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Like poppies?
Oh my God! She's been living under. Oh,
I mean, I've seen the
ever?
leaf part. I've seen the what
like
do you call
the
that?
bud itself.
No.
I need to show you a picture of fucking pot.
I've seen
insane.
that. What's that leaf called?
A hemp leaf or
Cannabis
like
or
a marijuana leaf.
Yes, I've seen that on like flags and stuff that you guys put everywhere.
I can't believe you can literally go to like 1,000. What this is? I don't know. I don't know why this is so funny.
It's not like I'm dying to know.
I know, but I feel like everybody's seen or like knows at least that it kind of looks like, I don't know,
What
like
does it
oregano or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I have heard that.
You know how gosh, your internet is not working on my phone.
I have heard, here, I'll look it up.
Just Google pot. For goodness sakes.
I have heard that it looks like oregano, but is it small like that?
No, not really. It's a big flower, so it's kind of like a dried out, what does it look like? You know how like when your basil grows too much and there's those little flowers that grow on the top of basil? Now imagine if those little flowers kept growing and they were like came out and they were the size of almost like almost like a little mini Snickers bar. They're big. Sometimes those little buds are really
ridiculous.
big. The
You're
flowers,
right, my internet's down again.
the flowers are really big and then they dry out and
I would
it's
be
like a
real
green-
confused is what I'm saying. I might be able to smell it and figure it out, but not by
that
the
is the
looks of it.
funniest thing. Of course, I can't think of like, didn't they come around and dare and have the whole box with all the drugs in it and what they
brought them?
Oh my God, this has happened in multiple classes I've been in and my drug and alcohol class, but that makes sense.
No.
Yeah, there was like a box we had like a narcotics
And
officer.
then what
come
do
to
you do with
school.
a bud?
You light it on fire and inhale the smoke?
No, because don't people roll it up or something?
Well,
I am not joking.
This is my favorite conversation. Oh, I don't know if it's like terrible that I know all of this, but it's like freaking legal. It's like, you know what? It would be like if you didn't know where wine came from.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. But you
So
do. So, okay.
you get this bud from somebody.
From somebody. Yeah.
And then what?
And then, okay, so you can do a few things with it. You can it's dry, so it can be kind of broken up.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
Well, you can take just break off a little bit and you put it in like something, a device to like a bong or a pipe.
Okay.
And then you smoke that like
I
you would
didn't know.
tobacco.
I genuinely did not know that.
And then, or you can take it and you can break it up or like use a little tool to kind of like grind it up, a grinder, to grind it up. And then you take that ground down stuff and you put that in a piece of paper and then you roll it. And then
I'm
that's a
really
joint.
turned off by it. Like when I hear it, I'm like, no. Like it's weird because that's my instinct, even though I support it and all.
Yeah,
of this.
it's probably because it's the smoking part that is
and
not
all,
really for
and
you.
just the rigmarole. Like if you want to go get cigarettes, there you go, and then you smoke off.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to like coffee beans grinding and all that.
Oh, it's not
ridiculous.
that involved.
And like all the paraphernalia is like, oh, for Pete's.
Yeah, but that's what they would say about wine and all the alcohol stuff and all the booze stuff.
No, because there's not all that paraphernalia.
Oh my God, yeah, there is.
Not mandatory.
No, not mandatory, but in the process of making it, in the process of...
Yeah, but I'm talking about after you buy it.
Yeah, but I can buy it however I want it. I can buy it pre-rolled. I can buy it...
That's what you should do then. Why
in,
doesn't
like,
everyone
little
do
joints.
that?
And because sometimes you don't want that much. A joint is like commitment.
Okay.
I mean, at least I couldn't sit down and...
too much
It's like
for
you have
me.
one little puff and then you're done. You're good. That's for me.
I wanted to talk about this article that described a service.
Okay.
This is not an ad,
Oh.
even though it sounds totally
Yeah.
like my transition.
She just really didn't want to talk about pot anymore, guys.
Because that's like, you were moving into lesson number 2, and I'm still on lesson number 1. This is a company, it's a startup, that is a mind uploading service.
Oh, no. This is some Black Mirror shit.
It's 100% fatal.
What? What? That seems like a really bad business plan.
You can preserve your brain after being euthanized. It keeps your body...
But you have to euthanize yourself first. You have to decide that right now. So basically, it's assisted suicide with an after plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, like, they'll keep your body intact for thousands of years like glass. And then... people, here's how they do it. People with a terminal illness get hooked up to an embalmer. Because they have to, like, basically embalm you alive in order for the brain to not deteriorate at all before they upload it.
This sounds like Get Out.
Get out. Yeah. Or like the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind kind of thing, but except not dead. And then... Okay, but it won an award because they did it with a pig's brain, and they preserved that. And then
what? Uploaded into
the
what?
memories are found
Oh my God.
in the dead tissue, and there's actually a waiting list.
Oh my God. I'm freaking out right now.
It's only $10,000.
That's not even that much.
Technology Review is where I found this article, so I'm going to put that in the newsletter.
Holy shit.
Would you consider
No.
like if you were terminally ill?
Yeah, I would.
Oh. She's all of a sudden.
No, you know what? I wouldn't because like I don't really want to relive this. I don't want.
Yeah, right. Forget
I'm
it.
good.
I
Like,
want the opposite.
I want just like that's it,
Yeah.
and then I'm like
Yeah,
maybe
lights
like
out.
reincarnation. I come back as something else. Whatevs happens.
Look,
but
I mean, I don't care really what you do with your body, but what I'm doing is beach body.
I mean, before you go, make it look good.
Before you go. Yeah, what is
And
the
this one's way cheaper.
James
too.
Dean thing about leaving a good corpse? Or
Oh my God, that was my grandma's the part she was most embarrassed about when she died. She's like, I just
She didn't
really
look
don't want
great.
anybody to see me naked because I haven't worked out in a long
well,
time.
she should have tried beach body.
Should have. Actually, there are probably very appropriate workouts for her on there too.
Right,
For
'cause
all fitness levels.
Beachbody On Demand has something for everybody, whether you're one of those crazy P90X people or like me and Sarah's grandma, just wanting a little yoga or some basic stuff to keep yourself strong with muscle and definition. That's what I want. And I get workouts as short as 10 minutes. In fact, I don't want them longer than 10 minutes. And they have celebrity trainers, Shaun T, Shalene Johnson, Tony Horton, all these people. And it's basically like the Netflix of videos for working out. And then they have all kinds of other stuff on there too. I want you to try it because I've been using it for over a year every single day. And I love it and I notice a difference. So I feel like just if you need that, you will love it too. Right now, our listeners get a special free trial membership when you text Brain Candy to 303030. You'll get full access to the entire platform for free, all the workouts, the nutrition information, and support totally free. Just text Brain Candy to 303030. Yeah, I don't know about that whole brain thing. I mean, I appreciate that science wants to figure out like everything they can.
Yeah.
And explore every avenue. But it's really creepy.
The memory stuff, there is a lot of... Okay, so I was listening, and I'm trying to, like, piece together as much as I know about this to form, like, a complete thought.
Okay.
But Jonathan Van Ness has the hairdresser from Queer Eye.
Yeah.
He's got a podcast, and he had a guest on there who is a doctor, a neuroscientist, who's specializing on memory, like working on memory stuff. And they're gathering a lot of data from people who suffer from seizures.
Okay.
Who have had an implant in their hippocampus. And the hippocampus is the area of the brain that controls memory or helps. It's where memories are processed and formed, and it's and we know that it does this, and this is this is what happens with this area, is because in the past there have been individuals who have had seizures that were so severe that they've removed that part of the brain. And when that part of the brain gets removed, they have no memory. They can't form new memories, and they only have a few memories of the past. So we know that that's the center of the brain where those memories are created and stored and lived and everything. So she's collecting data from the people who have these implants in that part of the brain, because really the only way to look at memories, like you said, is after
when
they
they're
die.
Fresh. Yeah, but
Yeah, when they're fresh, but like you can't.
They have to be dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they have to be dead. So because they're implants in that area, it's giving us information about that. And
While they're alive.
So she's like formulating all these theories on memory and if it can be erased and if it can be controlled or implanted into something else. And this is happening in like more arenas than just one.
Wow. What do you think about it? You into it? As long as everybody's on board.
Nervous. And I think we talked about this before, how it really it's one of those things where, just like this $10,000, like we say, oh, not that much, but it's a lot of money. And if this unlocks technology or some new advancements in this world that then allow people who have more money to manipulate memories or change theirs or something, then it like creates those like the haves and have-nots, the class of people who can afford to manipulate the brain in a way that serves them and suits them.
Yeah, I get what
and
you're
then
saying.
The people who will then become like
the underlings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm watching American Horror Story, and this is basically all being explained. Like, it's like the apocalypse, and it's like what happens after the apocalypse, and it's like you have this stuff or you don't, and the ones who don't become like the worker like ants who are there like slaves practically.
Wow.
I think that there's a lot. We need like a new kind of like, I don't know, like moral policing almost of this stuff, which, is then that alone comes with a whole bunch of like, ugh, that feels kind of like not good either.
Yeah.
But
the last thing I want to do is live forever.
Right.
This sounds terrible.
It's more like what it could mean about what you can do with it while they're alive that is the scary part.
Totally, I get it.
And I think that this stuff is happening. I watched Neil deGrasse Tyson on Bill Maher the other night, and this was a few weeks ago, and he was talking about how originally he was very anti-military. Now he's very pro because he sees how the world that he works in of like astrophysics and the military and their intelligence are linked. And even though it's not, the stuff that they're designing isn't to be being designed to be used, like the intention isn't to use it for military purposes, it really, the military can use it because they designed it. So they are linked, and like the technology that's
Why
been
does that make
advanced-
him pro?
He was saying that when he was younger and he grew up with the Vietnam War, and he recognized that war wasn't just, and he didn't believe that it was for a good reason, but in I even like the consulting he's done and the work he's done, I guess, with the military has taught him that and he used even 9/11 as an example of like, you want to have the best protection possible if you need it. You don't want to ever have to use it, but we shouldn't be not advancing this technology for the betterment for the safety of, humanity and all that stuff and blah, blah, blah. So he saw like the bigger picture about how it's not, to be used for evil, but it could be used to save us kind of thing. And he was very pro that.
All right.
And like supported the connection between the two. But one of the areas that is all this mind stuff, and I think they're already doing it. I think the stuff that we hear about 20 years before they really had it.
So true.
It really freaks me out. Like I'm like hologram shit. They can. Once I sat next to a guy who was a futurist on an airplane, like that was his job. It was coming back from a challenge, and he worked for Volkswagen. And he said, my job, I work in a very small team, and the only thing we do is envision a future. And I was like, what kind of stuff are you talking about? He's like, you wouldn't even be, like, the stuff that they're doing is so far. I think I was reading a book on quantum physics, and he was like, you know what that is? And then we, like, got into a conversation, and he was telling me, and it's like, he was talking about, like, what they're envisioning for the future are materials that can change shape at, like, on command or at will. So, like, they're not designing cars for the future. They're designing materials that can form into a car, a boat, whatever the heck you want it to be. And that is like, what?
Looks like I'm going to need a lot of pot, so maybe we should schedule our next lesson.
Half these ideas came to be anyway.
Sounds right. Right. Good thing they knew about pot.
Yeah.
That is depressing me. Let's switch gears, my God.
Let's do it.
I read an article about the problems with when we switched from being manufacturer-based, society to being more service-based, and that it created this extreme burden on people who have jobs that require emotional labor serviced with a smile, which is women and people of color. And it was really interesting because it was in the Atlantic, and it was talking about like somebody like a flight attendant where their job is about keeping you safe, but also making you feel safe, making you feel taken care of, and how usually those are women. There are more men now, and that they take a toll, and that these people have very stressful lives because they're having to do everything with a smile on their face,
Call center and telephone answerers are the number one profession that is seen most often in inpatient psychiatric care facilities.
Right, because it's horrendous what they have to deal with.
And they just break.
There was also a bit in the article talking about how, of course, the idea of occupations being gendered. And so, for example, lawyers, typically we think of them as men, but even as more women entered the field, the male lawyers were rewarded for being aggressive and abrasive and brash. The female lawyers were expected to still be polite and nice. But when you're a legal secretary, it's the same still. So if you're a male legal secretary, they tend to promote if you're aggressive, if you're brash.
Because those are personality traits that are recognized in that field.
Basically they're saying whatever your job is, if you're a woman, you're expected to do it with a smile on your face. Even if you're in a male field, like being a lawyer, you still got to do it
Even
and be
though the
sweet.
male doesn't.
And if you're a male in a female
that's-
industry, you're rewarded for being strong and aggressive and whatever.
This is more depressing than the mind stuff.
But I love reading stuff like that because it's like helps provide context to what you already know to be true.
It just gives me, like, I just read something on a woman who's speaking out on resting bitch face and how horrible of a name that is.
Yeah.
Because it's basically just any time a woman isn't smiling or
Absolutely.
making the other person in the room, a male, feel better about themselves in some way. So, like, how dare we, like, if we are just taking care of ourselves, we're a bitch. Mm-hmm. And if we're not catering to your emotions and your emotional state, we're a bitch.
Well, yeah. And it's just true. So we all know that what that's like. So when I read it, it's not depressing to me because I'm like, yes, thank you for reinforcing what I already know to be true. Whereas the mind stuff is depressing because I'm like, I didn't know any of that and now I'm sad about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas this is like, oh yeah, all that stuff you feel, you're right. I know Sarah's getting spooky this time of year. And if you're feeling spooky, you should do Hunt a Killer.
It's like the answer to all your spooky questions.
You know how we feel about murderers.
We love them.
Well,
I mean, you know.
I actually do. I have a few friends. I mean, penitentiary pals, I like to call them. But Hunt a Killer is cool because it's a monthly subscription where you become a detective immersed in a murder mystery. I love this.
This seems like so perfect for our Brain Candy Brainiacs.
So they have each month a fictional serial killer, and they send you cryptic clues, objects, and letters. I love it. So you can solve the crime in real time. It's interactive, and it looks very real. That's the thing that's like creeptastic. And you could play it solo. You could do it like a game night with your friends or as a date night. You and Landon could just like search for the killer. And it's just like a good conversation thing. If you're like a date and you know, don't know the person, that'd be fun.
Hey, I know what we should do. Solve this murder mystery.
And there's an online community for it too, which is really fun.
Oh, cool.
It's like the thrill of an escape room, but like with puzzles and clues.
Oh,
which
come on.
We know Sarah's obsessed with.
I'm so into this.
So yeah, here's the thing. I mean, I love a real killer, but I prefer them to be fictional. So this is ideal. And with our love of puzzles, we're going to be working on this and try to figure out who the hell the killer is. And right now, our listeners can join in the fun with us. Go to huntakiller.com/candy for 10% off your first box. They only accept 200 members per day, so you have to hurry to take advantage of the offer. That's huntakiller.com/candy for 10% off your first box. huntakiller.com/candy. See if you have what it takes to get into the mind of a serial killer and solve the mystery.
All the fun of the murder without any of the dead bodies.
That's so true. Okay. How about how drinking the blood of young people is the secret to good health? And it was
Says who?
It was published in Nature, the journal.
No.
Yes.
Wait. Okay. Is it like, okay, here's my first question.
Yeah.
Define better than for your health.
Oh, it just said it was in this article. It was calling it the secret to good health.
The secret
but
to good health.
But it was referring to longevity.
Oh
and like quality of life. You felt better, you know, that's
Vampires had it right all along. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right?
You know what?
And if you're young and you drink old people's blood, it's the reverse.
What is this? What? I'm so freaked out. What? Okay, question. What if you drink your own?
I guess it's just nothing.
Yeah, you're probably... But like,
just baseline.
if you're young and you drink your own and it's like still the blood of a young person...
I think you're good.
Weird.
Right.
Wait.
Isn't that crazy?
Wait. I'm trying to, like... How? What does it say?
I mean, it was just saying they're still trying to figure it out, but they did the study.
Is it just like getting a lot of iron makes you live
No,
longer?
because if that were true, the old people's blood would do the trick too.
You're right.
It's about something about the youthful blood gets, filtered into your system and your body starts. It's something about the white blood cells or something where
that would make sense.
it like tricks your body into thinking that you're young for however long. You know what I mean?
So, is this something that people are doing and we don't know about?
No, not that I know of. This was just a specific study, and they're going to have to look more into it.
And who's volunteering for this study?
Wouldn't you?
It would you really have to pitch it to me.
I've drank worse.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna go body fluid,
I'm just saying.
Even to call that a drink is a stretch.
Drink. It's a liquid. I mean,
you probably would have to put it in a clear plastic baggie if you were going through TSA, but I don't know if it's more of a gel.
To me, that's grosser.
Totally gross. That's what I'm saying. Way grosser. Like, that's worse. So you're right. Maybe I would be okay. But the taste?
Yeah,
Ooh.
maybe they could do something about that. Like, kind of like how Ritual does. Maybe they could add a little
Yeah,
peppermint in there.
Right. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Want to hear about other weird things that are happening with body parts?
Yeah.
Woman's eyeball exploded.
Oh, the Ryder Cup.
How about that?
I feel terrible.
Terrible. You know this woman was probably just dragged to that thing by her husband. She didn't even fucking like golf. She's like, I like tennis anyway. And that's why she wasn't paying attention when everybody else was screaming for. She was like...
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
She just wasn't paying attention?
Well, yeah. She claims that there was no alert that a ball was coming, but that's like one of those things. In fact, there was probably like a Baba Booey in the background too, because like that's a thing. You know about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they said all the people around her said there definitely was.
Like, but she didn't know it.
No, she didn't. It's so sad. She lost all. She can't. I mean, her eyeball exploded.
Yeah. It's
literally
all
exploded.
gone. Yeah.
Could you? Oh, the pain.
It's terrible.
Holy.
She said she didn't even know what happened at first.
Oh my God.
Because you wouldn't really, would you?
How? Oh my God. It said the doctor report just said her eyeball suffered an quote explosion.
Yeah, and
that's
like
a
the whole
horrible
socket
thing for the
is shattered.
Oh my God.
I mean,
I can't.
I'm not making light of it.
No,
but the thing, like the way that it hit her was like a hole-in-one thing. It was like it hit exactly in the hole that you would not want it to go in.
Oh my God.
I know, because that's what I mean. It's like, that's why it exploded, because it was exactly.
Oh my, I can't, like, I have like such a, like my body just.
It's visceral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it like is painful. And then, and then it just says that in this article I was reading like that even if the golfer does yell out for, he's 300 yards away. What are you going to do?
Why is that even the word they say anyway?
Really, good question. And like with a different spelling. So
right, okay.
So what is it the only time that word is used? Okay. This is a really good question.
I'm sure we could,
We need to do a deep dive. Susie,
I
get on that.
think it would take like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, we can wrap things up.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I have a really good article for next time.
What's it about?
How good is good?
Ooh.
A ranking of how we words. And their which is
I'm really
greater and adjectives, basically.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll all wait.
Save it for next time.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.